Hello, everybody. Good evening. I am here with Sarah Rasnick. We are going to be talking about Go for Gold and her own real life results from it. Okay. So I know a lot of people are like, does it actually work? What is it? Really, it's does it actually work? That's what I usually hear people say. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about that from the vantage point of somebody that's actually taken it. And just so you guys know, all I do is let people know what the questions are ahead of time. There's no coaching. There's no like say this and say that. It's not like that at all. It's just here are the questions, and I want you to speak your truth. I want for the truth to be told. Okay, so if it's bad, let's talk about it being bad. If it's good, let's talk about it being good. Let's just do that, right? Let's just be real people. So let me bring the video up in front of myself. But Sarah, real quick, do you want to let people know like how long you've been with Young Living and what life looked like before you joined Go for Gold?
Sure. So I have been with Young Living, I guess, about 6 years now. And I was a stay-at-home mom, and I have been for a long time. Started a couple of businesses staying at home, like traditional businesses, and basically got into Young Living out of one of my really good friends basically beating me over the head with it. Like, you have these health issues and oils will help, I promise. Will you please try them? And after about, I don't know, a year, maybe 2 years of telling her that she was crazy, I told my husband that I wanted it for Christmas and signed up. And he signed me up, gave it to me for Christmas. So, and I just had a really awesome experience with them right away, and I had to tell the world about it. And then my dad was diagnosed with cancer, and so I was searching for all the things for him. And again, that got me on the bandwagon for telling the whole world about it. And so I literally tell everybody that I see about oils. But my issue was, I guess, if you would say, I was telling everybody, and everyone would get real excited and even sign up and start buying things and even get on Essential Rewards maybe, and be on Essential Rewards for maybe like 3 to 6 months. And then I kind of was like, okay, great, so you got it, bye. On to the next, right? And I didn't really, I mean, we were still friends, but I didn't feel like I needed to still like hold their hand, because I was doing all the things and doing all the research on my own, and I didn't. So anyway, fast forward, I did Silver and Six. I don't know if it was Silver and Six. It wasn't your program, like several other training programs. And this past summer, I was like, okay, I gotta do this. I want to make this happen. I'm gonna hire a business coach. So I hired a business coach, and we completely revamped and created this whole platform on Instagram. I had no idea what I was doing with Instagram, and I worked my butt off for like 4 months with this coach, and I didn't have a single sign up because I was working so hard on creating content for this, and I wasn't talking to anyone. And so, and then I went to Young Living, my upline, and coached with her for a little while, and that really helped to kind of get excited again and get going. But I was still like, okay, so what do I do though? Because she's like, well, do all the things, and God bless her, I love her. She gave me great advice, but there was no like tangible, like, what do I do when I have time? Because I am a stay-at-home mom with 2 littles that need me all the time. Like, I work in 10-minute increments. Like, what do I do in those 10 minutes? And so I was kind of to the point where I don't know what to do anymore. And I stumbled upon your group. I don't even know how I found it. And it was like,
that's what a lot of people say.
what is this? And so of course I'm skeptical because I've done like all of the systems, and I get more classes like this is how you do it. All right, get excited about it. Go, go, go until you burn out and then not get any further and not have the rank up and not have the builders that are excited and all the things and doing it completely. I built executive almost on my own. Like I had a few, they might be on here. Hi, it's like, let's be real. Like I've helped as much as I can, but even for them, like I wasn't being a good leader because I didn't know what to tell them to do.
Right.
And so I messaged you and we must have talked one day. I think I bugged you for like, I don't even know, like, do you remember this? Like 3 hours. I was just like, so what about this? And what about this? And what about this? And you answered all of my questions and you didn't get tired of me and you didn't ghost me or go away, And I was like, okay, this girl's for real. And she actually knows what she's talking about. Okay, I'll follow what she's doing. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. I've tried everything else. And this is a lot cheaper than everything else that I've tried. So let's do it. Let's go,
Right.
And so that's kind of how I found you.
That's awesome. So what made you get off of that? Were you ever on the fence to begin with? Were you like about like, should I get it? Should I not? Well, I guess you were because you were messaging me. So you were definitely on the fence. So like what actually made you get off the fence then?
Just the fact, I think, like I said, I've been through everything else. And at that point, I don't know how far you were in. You were less than probably 15 days into the 90 silver and 90 or
Oh yeah, 90 days to
90
silver.
challenge, like whatever. Yeah. And I was like, she's giving me tangibles,
Yeah.
And then I kind of I looked you up. I stalked
Everybody
you
does.
and I was like, okay, what has she done in the past? What can I find on the internet?
Yes.
And I think like just what I found, I was like, okay, she knows what she's doing before living.
Right.
And then you talked to me forever and you answered 1,000,001 questions. And I was like, okay, there's a system here and she's not going to leave me hanging. And she's willing to answer my questions because all of the other systems, like you didn't even know who created them. So you couldn't ask questions if you wanted to.
Yeah.
If you did know who created them, you couldn't get to that person.
Right.
And so I guess that is really what got me off the fence because I knew that I felt like you would be there to support if I had questions. And if you weren't the group, I asked questions in the group too. And the group supported me. And I was like, okay, I feel caught, if you will.
Yeah. The
Right.
group is lit. That group is good. So how is life different now that you have started Go for Gold, or Golden Six is whenever you started? So you've been in for a little while. How is life different now that you started?
So just having a confidence, being able to approach people and not be like, well, I do this thing and want to sell oils. And, and it's like, no, there's a system and it brings a whole different posture, I feel like. And I know that I can tell them, okay, this is what you do step by step by step, walk you through. This is what you're going to do after you get on board instead of, oh, well, have your own experience with oils and see what you like and then tell all your friends and then book all the classes. And I mean, the people, my love language is entrepreneurial spirit. Like a lot of my friends are entrepreneurs and that's just who I like to surround myself with. And so I think for a long time I was presenting this to them, but they're like, man, I don't have time for that, And so now I've kind of have this different posture and I'm just having the conversations with the people that I already know and they're like, wait, what's different?
Right.
What are you doing? And then I told them that you were coming in, and they're like, oh, I'm coming.
Oh, I'm going to be there.
Yeah. One of them even that I've been talking to literally for 2 years about this, and I just kind of had given up, was like, oh, I'm coming and I'm bringing my business analyst.
Oh, bring the business analyst. Let's geek out. Let's geek out. You guys, she's talking about the events that I'm doing in Texas in a week and a half. Bring the business analyst, man. We'll have coffee probably and chit chat.
I don't know if it was business partners, something, but like or advisor, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's got to be. And then there was another girl that we have I live in a new neighborhood and everyone's posting, and someone posted, does anyone work from home? And ordinarily I would have been like, I'm not going to message them because they're going to think kind of weird MLM girl and they're going to tell me to go away. But I followed the conversation cheat sheet. And
that's in Go for Gold, by the way, you guys, conversation cheat sheet.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with this, but I'm typing and I'm making it mine and whatever. Like, do you want to go to lunch? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
And now what, right?
And then I sent her your opportunities video, and she showed it to her husband, and she's like, oh, my husband is on board. Okay, it's taken me, 6 years to get my husband on board? And I was like, what? Your husband's awesome.
Oh,
so
man.
I meet with her, and at first I was like, I don't know what to tell her, and I'm all in my head, and I'm like, wait, tell her there's a system and that, it works, and like she can follow it for free for a while. Yes. And then whatever. And so I did, and she got really excited about it, and I was just blown away. I was like, never in a million. First of all, I wouldn't have met her.
Yeah.
And second, I wouldn't have her interest.
Yeah.
And then it's been just duplicating again and again and again. That kind of, I could tell you probably 10, 15 different situations where I have the confidence now.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
How cool is, because you guys, that's all you need. And I just have to back up real quick. When she said that she can start it for free for a little while, she's referring to 90 Days to Silver, in case you guys were curious about that. But that's in here in the unit section. But yeah, isn't it? It's all you need is a system that will give you confidence, but then that confidence is really all you need to build a business. Like it comes from a system, but that confidence is really all you need to build a business. Like, because if you can talk to people confidently, then the rest of it is nothing. That's the only thing that ever gets in anybody's way. Like, it really is. So that's all that anybody ever needs, is a system that can give them confidence, and then they can just do it. And that's why everybody's like, my mindset has changed, and I'm so much more confident now. And that's all because it's a system. That's because that's what a system does for you. It makes things, like Eric Worre says, it makes it skill proof and it makes it fear proof. You don't have to be scared, and you don't have to have any skills. You just do the thing. You just do what you're supposed to do. So, okay. So what are you excited about in the future? Like, what are you excited about, like, with your business growth?
So I need to look back at my numbers, but I'm pretty sure that I hadn't hit executive in at least a year, maybe a year and a half or 2 years. And in December, I hit executive again, or our team, I should say, because my team started to get on board and get excited.
Yes.
And and then I went from having teetering builders to having 10 people that are going to come to my house after your event on the 22nd that are like ready and willing to go and just like tell me what to do. We're in. And 4 of those people are not even signed up yet. They're brand new.
Oh man.
And they've been brought in through the confidence that I have through this system, Yes. And so I'm very excited to see a future in this again. I didn't see a future in it. If I was really honest with myself, I was like, oh, someday maybe I'll get to silver, and I hope I do it this year. I hope I do it next year. I hope I do it next year. And now, like, I'm like, no, it's happening this year by my birthday. And
Yes.
I actually can say that I believe that to be a fact, because now I have I have like half of my dream 20 already in place.
That is awesome.
So, yeah. So that, and just being so excited about, like, half of my team is my well, there's 2 family members on my team that really could use it. One of them fought cancer and won, and it's time for her to stop having to work so hard and be able to have a life. And and a lot of my team are, my bat signal stay-at-home moms that don't want to go back to work after their kids, and then also my husband's excited about it now. And I mean, he's always kind of been like, yeah, you can do that. But he always pointed out the small percentages on the income disclosure. He was like, yeah, but look at the percentages and he's like, wait, he's like, I don't know why I ever doubted you. You're gonna do this. And so he's like making a 5-year plan of what he's gonna do in life.
Right.
So
that's
I'm
awesome.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's all really exciting stuff.
Heck yeah. Well, when the husband's on board, the whole dynamic of the family changes, right? It's no longer just you in isolation trying to do your thing. It's like cheering each other on, right? It's very different. It's a whole different thing. So what would you say to somebody that is, that's on the fence about getting it right now? What would you say to that person?
Get off the fence. Stop doubting yourself, because I promise you that once you see this system that is being put in place, especially in the Go for Gold now, it just makes it so easy. Like, there's worksheets to walk you through. Like, there's find this thing. Oh, here's how to find this thing, step 1 through whatever. And it's taken me some time, I'm not gonna lie, because I literally work in like 10 to 15 minute segments, but I'm getting there, and it's making it a lot clearer already. I think I'm on, like, I don't even know what module, but I'm far through it. And but it also made me think through. It made me think through, like, what is my message and all of those things. So if you're worried about, well, I don't know what to say, I don't know how to present, I don't know what I would do for this or this or this, there's a worksheet for that, and there's like a video for that. And you have, just even the group itself is so supportive to go in there and ask questions. And so you have like this safety net of, when you're like, I don't know what to do, well, everybody else, can help you get out of your head and work through it too.
Yeah.
And then you have like the coaching calls, and you have so much support that it's not like every other system where they just give you the thing and then they hope that you figure it out.
Yeah. There's the groups. We did a live Q&A in there today in Go for Gold. We've got there's a ton of support, and it doesn't need to be there, because she's right. It's a very inexpensive course, and most inexpensive courses are, you buy it and that's done. It's a one and done. Like, it's just but this is like, you buy it and then you get supported for life, right? So what was I going to say? Have you already made your return back? Like, have you already gotten a return off of Go for Gold? Has it paid for itself already?
Yeah. It paid for itself in about a week.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's that. All right.
Like I said, I went from a lower senior star to executive in like a month. And I'll be honest, I didn't hit executive in January, but it's because I focused too much on the things and not enough on like, oh wait, get back to my team. I got too much in my head. So
Yeah.
I know that I can get back there.
See, that's
quickly,
and you can track back to it. That's the thing, is if you know it's here, and you get away, and we all do that. If you get away for a little while, you can track back to it. It's still there. And you can still just do it's still there. So yeah.
And you also told me, it also taught me how to stack my legs, and like, so there's that. Okay, now you have all of these people coming in, like, what do you do strategically? How do you do that? So that alone, I mean, most people, even in like diamond status, are like, well, this is what I was told, but you're like, no, from a strategy standpoint, here you go. This is what you do. Yeah. So, and like you said, the cost of it, I've paid that much for a program that I had my upline support, and she is amazing. Like, I'm here because she supported me. So taking nothing away from her, but she knew what she did.
Yeah.
But she didn't know like the system and the strategy and all of that stuff. And so I had her support, but it wasn't a business strategy like support, and then a get oiling support kind of thing either. So those married are just worth it.
It's like the Wonder Twins. That and like Grow Workspace, all three of them, it's like a trifecta of awesome, where it's just like, oh my word, what has happened here? They all made this love child. That's so weird, but whatever. Well, let me see what questions people had. I kept trying to get the thing up on my phone and it wasn't showing up. My phone's being a goofball right now. So Martha said, a week. Yes, a week. Aragorn, I put 30 potential members in my funnel system today. Awesome. Martha said she's on the fence. Oh, are you on the fence? You just heard her say a week. I'm going to just say you're probably off the fence at this point. And I can't see all of the honking questions. And wait, maybe if I'm going to try this real quick, you guys. I'm going to try to kill the Facebook app and start it again. It's my last go round of trying to get Facebook to work, you guys.
Oh, my girl Amy's on here commenting. Hi, Amy.
Oh,
yay! For being on here.
Heck yes. Is Amy coming?
She lives in Alaska. She wanted to come, but she is homeschooling four kiddos in Alaska.
Yeah. Oh my word. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't. 4 kids in Alaska. Wow. Elise said, get off the fence, jump into the pool.
Yes. Get off the fence.
Get off the fence. Just get your business going already, right? I mean, if what you're doing isn't working, then try something else. This isn't an expensive thing to try. If it's not working, try something else, you guys. What were you saying, Sarah?
But it will work. I mean,
it will work.
I literally, like I said, work in 10 minutes a day. So who doesn't have 10 minutes a day to make their dream happen, right? Like, if you don't, then it's not really your dream, and you need to pick it up on. Sorry, but I'm just being honest.
Put your flag down. Put your flag down. Okay, everybody, we are going to pop off. Sarah, you have an awesome night. Everybody else have an awesome night, and we will see you later. Bye-bye, you guys.